I'm gonna do this without any editing. What's up guys, it's me Karim Jovian and welcome back to my channel. Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem, happy Ramadan to anybody who is celebrating it. I hope it's a blessed month for you. Excuse my my energy, I'm fasting and I haven't eaten and I woke up really early today. I haven't drank or anything like that obviously because I'm fasting, so I might actually slip over a couple of words and I might just probably freeze for a moment because my brain is really slow right now. But I'm going to be breaking fast in an hour soon. So I just wanted to talk about, about this title. Obviously, you guys know the whole reason of this video. Why I came back to Islam. Now, I'm going to tell you why I was leaving and I felt like I just wanted to leave religion altogether. And it's hopefully going to make sense. First off, the people that I was surrounded with. To make it a short story, the people I was surrounded with were so successful. They were getting everything they wanted. They were happy. But they weren't following the religion per se. They weren't doing the things that we're supposed to do in religion. But I was, I was doing the 5 prayers a day. I was being a virgin and not touching any girl, not drinking ever in my life, not going to strip clubs, being that good model kid. Yet I wasn't being as successful. I wasn't being as great in things that I wanted to be. I wasn't getting anything. So I was like, what is it exactly that we're doing this for then? Why are the bad people getting rewarded but the good people aren't? People would always tell me, oh, it's a test, it's a test. Yeah, it's a test until we die and then we don't know where we're gonna go, right? Where do we go? How do you know where we're gonna go after we die, It was just pretty crazy for me to see all that, and it was just really upsetting. Then I lost my uncle, and that was a big hit for me, and it kind of just put everything in perspective for me. Like, okay, my uncle has passed away. I'm never gonna see him again. I don't even know if I'm gonna see him in the afterlife like people say in religion. How do I know I'm gonna see him again? Like, this was probably his only time in the world, in the universe, and I might never get to see him again. And that was a scary thought. It was a really, really scary thought. Like, where do we go after we die? Where do we go? What is our purpose and what is everything that we are doing here on our planet for, right? Here is a good man, my uncle, Muhammad, Allah yarhamu, who was a good Muslim, and he always kept pushing me towards Islam. Every time we say something, it had to end with the word inshallah. He always told me and reminded me to say alhamdulillah. All this great person, wonderful person, wouldn't hurt a fly. Anytime I needed him, he was there. Man, I didn't want to be too emotional with this, but anytime I needed him, he was there. He supported me 100%. And he died at the young age of 65. He didn't get married and he didn't have a family, right? And he was gone to cancer. And you ask yourself, why God? Why someone like him when there's just a lot of horrible people out there that don't deserve to be on this planet, but he had to be taken? I'm sorry. It's gonna be this. I promise I won't edit this, so I won't edit it. But it has put a sadness in me that I feel is never going to go away. And I'm never going to be the same person that I used to be. I'm never going to be the same person I used to be because of this. I lost someone very, very close to me, and I don't think I'm going to see him again. Don't tell me you're going to see him in heaven or whatever it is, because I truly feel we're not going to see each other again once we pass. So when that happened, it just kind of pushed me even further away from religion. Because I feel like he didn't serve it. Astaghfirullah, I know everybody's time comes and everybody has a time, so that's understandable. But it was a major reason. So after that, I was like, okay, I was starting to gather myself and trying to get back into YouTube because it's my job and it's my purpose, and it makes me happy. It makes me feel complete in creating something and putting it out for the world. After that, YouTube finally did something that I did not expect at all. You know, YouTube, who I thought was a place where I could feel safe and I could feel free to be myself. You know, here I was, a kid that was afraid to talk about religion or tell anyone he's Muslim, or bring it up in public because of how I feel I would be perceived and how people would react and respond to it. I was afraid to be myself in public. But on YouTube, I was able to be myself. But now YouTube has changed that, and now being a Muslim is not good enough for people to watch. It gets restricted. Being Muslim is not good enough for advertisers to put ads on it simply because I put the word Muslim in a title or a tag. It's another form of discrimination that I thought would never ever happen, but it has happened. And I felt like this was the end. Like, if YouTube, the place that I felt safe and the people who had my back, thinks that it's not good for, you know, for people to see and that it needs to be restricted, I was done. I was done, and I was really, really upset. It put me through a major, major roller coaster of depression. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I never, ever have been depressed. I feel maybe I'm just mental or crazy because I'm always happy, and I find happiness and excitement in things that you know, like anything, like in things that would make people be like, what? I just find happiness in a lot of things. Maybe I'm crazy, but it was that time, and that only time, where I really got depressed, losing my uncle and then losing the support of YouTube, who I thought had my back, which I know now and I understand business is business, but I thought that we could be free on YouTube, and the true essence of YouTube was to be yourself. But I couldn't be that anymore because they don't support that anymore. They were bending backwards for the advertisers who don't care about anything or anyone, and they don't care about YouTube or the creators. And at the end of the day, you don't even know if they're going to stick with YouTube. But the creators are always going to be there with YouTube from beginning to end. We're always there with YouTube. We never left YouTube. We're always going to be there. We've been doing this because we love it and we get to express ourselves. But I felt like I couldn't express myself, and that was a big upsetting thing for me. Now, they did add a sponsor button to my channel, which I am deeply grateful for, because this helps my channel. But the only way it's going to help my channel is if you guys want to support me. So on how that works is that there's a button right below. It's called a sponsor button, and basically I could continue doing and making what I love to do, is, you know, bringing peace and understanding and unifying people, making them comfortable in their own skin in my own way, in these crazy ways, but they're entertaining nonetheless, by you guys supporting me. And you could support by just giving me $5 a month. You don't have to, of course, but if you want to. And I know a lot of people can't, and that's the thing that YouTube doesn't understand, that sometimes people don't have that type of money. But that's my only option, and I hope that you guys would continue to support me so I could continue making these videos for as long as I can. The link is, you could see the sponsor button right under the video. You could click it. It's not a link. You could just click it. There's also a link in the description box where it says sponsor me. You could click that too. But yeah, I was truly depressed, and I felt like I just lost everything. I lost everything that I worked hard for, and my plans were out the window, you know? But it's okay. I mean, that's just the world. That's how it works. You know, nobody cares about anyone else. At the end of the day, it's all about the money. And that's what makes the world go around. So when that happened, I felt like, okay, YouTube is not supporting this. Maybe it's not a good idea to talk about religion anymore or have anything to do with religion anymore. It's probably just best to just forget about all of it and forget about it. So I started going that route. And when I was making these videos, you know, as a cry for help, you know, letting people know that I'm teetering off religion and I might leave religion, I don't want to do anything to do with religion, to see how people would react, I got so much hate. No one really reached out to help. I was hoping for someone to reach out to help because it was a cry for help. It's like you're making a decision, but you know in the back of your mind it's not the right decision. You're hoping for someone to reach out and help you. No one did. No one reached out, and even the Dawah channels who you think would be there to help a fellow Muslim YouTuber who's, you know, crying out for help and letting people know that he might leave religion, he's leaving religion, doesn't want to have anything to do with Islam anymore, whatever. They didn't care because they were chasing the A, the big A, and it's not Allah, it was the algorithm. Because I am not a popular or the most popular, or because my star faded, I'm not the most popular Muslim anymore. I'm not the most subscribed Muslim anymore. I'm not the most viewed Muslim anymore. That's why I don't get reached out to or helped. It's if you have the video, if you have the views, okay, maybe we'll reach out to you. I mean, they did it to Adam when he released the music video. They would just bash him and they would talk about how horrible and wrong this video is, which they're so good at. They're so good at picking out the wrong and the faults of people, but they don't help out a fellow Muslim like myself, who I think is just as important, because I think I have contributed a lot to this community on YouTube, and I think a lot of people have ripped my videos and posted it all around the world, and people around the world have seen my videos, changed many lives, but that doesn't matter. Only if you're popular. If you're a popular Muslim YouTuber, okay. But if you're not, then we don't care about you. And I believe me, I've been reaching out to a lot of Muslim YouTubers trying to talk, not collaborate. I was trying to talk and see, and just being very supportive to see, but nothing reached back. But that's fine. I understand. It's because I don't get enough views or whatever. That's the YouTube game. But I was looking at it from a different lens. And it taught me that there's no such thing as a unification or religion. It's just, at the end of the day, we're all human and we're all chasing that one thing in reality. We might tell ourselves we're not, but in reality, we're chasing that ego. We're chasing those things. And I really threw my ego at the ground, and I was trying to better relationships that I've broken with other people, reaching out to people who I wouldn't normally talk to ask for help. And it was just spiritual and mental help, really. That's all it was. But sadly, no one reached out, but I think it was for the better, because I think it was meant to be for me to find it out my own way. Because at the end of the day, what these people tell you or whatever, it's not necessarily right. What's right is what's right. What's right is what is right for you. And what's right for me is what I did when I went to Egypt. I went to Egypt, met my family, hung around them. I got to see how happy they were with how much less they have. And they were so peaceful and just so loving. The food was amazing. The aroma, everything was just amazing. And I just went back to the basics. And that's what made me come back to Islam. Just remembering that I need to go back to the basics. Because I was doing so much research on Islam. I was learning so much and finding so many things in the religion that when I bring to someone, they wouldn't know about it. Or a sheikh would be like, oh, that's not in the Quran, but it actually is. Or this is not in the scriptures, but it actually is. Oh, this is not a legitimate, authentic sunnah or hadith, but it's still there. So it was just started to confuse me, and I started to realize, make it easy for yourselves, because I made it easy for myself. Just take what you think and what you feel is comfortable and makes you feel at peace, and follow it. And that's what I did. And that's what's worked for me. You know, if you're going to be 100%, you can never be 100%. Even the people who say they're 100%, they're not 100%. And if you accept the fact that you can't be 100% in religion, then you're going to live a peaceful, happy life. I took the 5 pillars of Islam. Those are the most important things for me. I'm gonna hold on to those. I do fasting, giving zakah, pilgrimage, and all those things. Those are the important ones for me. Quran, obviously. Praying 5 times a day, obviously. So it took some time, but I was just losing myself. I was losing myself in a really big way. So when I finally met my family and I started surrounding myself with the right people, it started to come across to me in a good way. I started to realize, okay, just because someone is Muslim they're not going to be perfect, and they're not going to be following, so don't expect much. I was expecting much. I was expecting a lot from people who are Muslim, but you know, I was reminded that we're all human, and that's the way it is. I mean, I've known a sheikh who I told him things about the religion that he would tell me that's wrong or no, whatever, and he was telling me these things, and I'll tell him, no, in religion it says this, and this is what's going on, slaves or whatnot. He's like, oh, no, no, no. But then, he's married, and then his wife finds out that he was with another woman and had her pregnant. At the end of the day, sheikh or not, we are human and we are not perfect. So I'm at peace now. I'm really happy now. I've gotten back into it because now I feel like I'm my old self again. I'm in religion because of why I used to be in it, because I grew up around it, because my family made it easy for me, and I want to make it easy for other people. And it's not too crazy, I'm still, the same person. I don't drink, and I don't think I ever will. It's not something I fancy, and I don't really care for it. I don't smoke. Don't think I want to smoke anytime soon, and all that good stuff, So I felt the best way for me was to just go back to basics. Go back to the basics. Don't go too deep into religion. And I thank my family for being there for me and hearing me out and listening to me and talking to me and having, a conversation with me, taking and a give and take. Because I taught them a lot about the religion, because, there was moments where people who are not Muslim would come to me and tell me things about the religion that I didn't know, and it was embarrassing. So I had to teach myself. I took it upon myself to learn everything and to be very open-minded and logical. So that was the reason why I came back to the religion. I felt like this religion has contributed so much to my life. It made me much more of a better person than if I were just a regular person who had no morals or values. I'm pretty sure I would probably end up the same way, but I have more knowledge than I would as a me with no religion. And I love fasting. I've done it every year of my life, and I've never missed it. And I will continue to do so until the day I die. And I have no answers for, my uncle being taken away at such a young age, and no answers as to why the bad get rewarded and the good always have hardships. Maybe the bad have hardships, but sometimes you just wish you didn't have to have 10 more hardships than the average bad person would, right? But then at the end of the day, what is bad and what is good, right? And I just realized that this is life. This is life, and religion or not, this is life. And life trumps everything. Life trumps religion. Life trumps everything that we as man have brought to the world. Life is going to do what it has to do, whether you like it or not, and you just have to accept it. It changes you, but it makes you stronger. I hope everybody out there would not have to go through what I had to go through, because I have never been depressed, but that was the first time I've ever been depressed in my life, and I did not know how to cope with it. I couldn't reach out to anyone, because when I reach out to anyone, what is the thing you hear? Oh, you don't know, your life is nothing, man. You should see what I'm going through. I'm going through much more. And to be honest with you, they're right. They're right. We don't know what everyone else is going through. We just want people to hear our problems, but we never listen to anyone's problems. Like they said, why do we have 2 ears and 1 mouth? So we should listen more. And I was listening, but no one was listening to me, which was sad. But at the end of the day, my family was listening to me, and I'm thankful that I got to see them, and I will be going to see them again soon. And that's all I need. And to my friends who tried, thank you so much. But everyone has their own problems and all things to deal with. I was really depressed, and religion wasn't the major cause, but how everything around was reacting to religion, from the YouTube, from losing family, to all this stuff, feeling like you're not accepted. That kept me not accepted, and your answers are not being, and your prayers are not being answered. That was just major depression for me. If anyone out there is going out through that depression or any type of depression, I think it's best for you to get the right help. And I know sometimes it can be expensive. So there is a link in the description box below. It's called BetterHelp, and it's therapy. If you guys want therapy for whatever it is you're going through, I would suggest you click that link. it's actually affordable, much more affordable if you were to get a real therapist. So if you guys want to check it out, click it, and I hope it helps you out. And if it does, please write in the comments below. And it's not embarrassing to get therapy. I used to think it was, but it's not embarrassing at all. Believe it or not, we need someone to talk to, and it's better for someone to listen, right? And if anyone out there you know is depressed or needs help, share that link with them and let them check it out. So this way they could finally get the help they need. And it is sponsored by BetterHelp, so I want to let you guys know that too. So if you guys do check that out, you're gonna get help, and at the same time, you're gonna help me out. So I would appreciate that, and I just wanted to put that disclaimer. So that was pretty much my video. I just wanted to put like a rambling video to talk to you guys in a personal level, because I haven't done this in a long time. I am back on YouTube doing what I love doing. Whether YouTube loves it or not, because they screwed up my algorithm, and whether there's people out there who don't care about me anymore because I'm not as famous anymore. I swear to God, there was a lot of people out there who I used to help back then, and now I'm reaching out to them and they've totally forgotten me, but that's okay. I knew that was gonna happen. That's the name of the game. I got myself into this world, and that's the dirty world, and that's what I have to deal with. But I only have you guys, and I will always have you guys, hopefully. Hopefully you guys come back and search for me in the YouTube search bar, because the algorithm has killed my channel. YouTube has killed my channel, and I feel like it's so discriminatory, so discriminative, or whatever, however you say it, it's discrimination, because I can't have the word Muslim in my video. I can't basically be a Muslim, and that's not good enough for ads, and that's not good enough to be in the algorithm. It's good enough to be restricted. So here I am. I'm still a Muslim, obviously. I don't ever think I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna leave it at all. I'm happy the way I am. And if any of you guys are going through the same thing I'm going through, I hope you get through it. Whatever the answer is, if you want to leave it or if you want to stay with it, I hope you choose whatever is right for you. I chose what's right for me because I feel at peace. I feel happy with because I grew up around it, and this is what I love. I love creating, I love bringing peace, I love entertaining, and I love also bringing a little piece of me with it, and that is my faith and my culture and who I am. I hope you guys watched till the end. I don't know how long this has gone for. 22 minutes, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. 22 minutes is not that bad. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for all the support you guys have given me, from all the way from India to Malaysia to Canada to the UK, everywhere. Thank you so much. Singapore, all of you guys, thank you so much for being there for me and supporting me, because I wish I could give back and give you guys everything you needed, because the support you've given me is just not comparable to anything else. So I thank you for that. I was reaching out to other people, but I didn't realize, and I just had the most amazing fan base still with me right here. So I apologize if I made any videos that offended you, or made anything that appalled you. I hope you understand that I am an artist, and sometimes I have to take these risks just for the artist in me and for the creator in me. But it does not mean I'm a bad person. And for all the people that have left and forgotten about me, it's okay. I mean, that's why I changed my name. I was never doing this for fame. Are We Famous Now was just a joke. And I never really wanted to be famous, but that was something that happened by accident. I never really was doing it for the fame. So the people who have forgotten me, I just hope that I helped your life in some way. That's all I want. And that's what makes me happy, knowing that I help people and that I am making people feel valued, because there's people out there that don't make me feel valued. And a lot of YouTubers don't make me feel valued, because, you know, it's like they don't look at you as a person. There's only a few people I could really say that look at me as a person, and I still work with them, and I still meet them now, and I love them for that. But there's others that just don't look at you. They look at you as a number, and what you can do for them, pretty much. And sadly, you know, that's the truth and the sad truth. I just hope they get through what they're going through, because most of them are depressed too, because they forgot how to create relationships and talk. You know, sometimes I'll be talking to fellow YouTubers just trying to better relationships and everything like that and fix things, but it just doesn't work out because of an ego or whatever, or whatever it is, and they're depressed too, and they're going through a lot because they forgot to accept and lower their guard and reach out. So I hope that gets better for them and everything like that. So that was pretty much it, guys. This was the video. I hope you enjoyed tomorrow's video. It deals with depression. It's a very powerful video. Since I was depressed, it inspired me to make this video. I'm not ashamed, but I'm just truly surprised, because I thought I would never be the one on YouTube who talks about the depression and puts a video out about being depressed. But yes, I was depressed. It was my first time ever being depressed. I don't think I'm gonna be depressed again, or probably I am gonna have that sadness with me forever, but I'm gonna learn to cope with it. So I hope you guys learn to cope with it. I love you so much. Peace, love, and unity, and I'll see you later. And I'll see you tomorrow with a new video, a new social experiment, just like you guys asked. And if you want to sponsor me, remember to click that sponsor button. And if you want to get some help, some therapy, if you're going through some major effects in your life or depression, click the link in the description box below. It's the very top link. I love you guys, and I really, really do. That's why I'm still here, even though I'm not even making a penny from YouTube. I'm here because I love you, and you guys have impacted my life, and I hope I continue to still impact your life. That's all I need, just you guys. Salam.